Hello sewing lovers, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to cut and sew this beautiful palazzo pants with side pockets and waistband, step by step in the easiest way possible. If you've been looking for a stylish and comfortable DIY project, this one is for you. So come with me and let's get started. This is the fabric I'm going to use and it's unfold into two. And to know the quantity of fabric that I need, I used my hip circumference divided by 4 plus 4 inches. The next thing I'm going to do now is to draw a starting line. In order to do that, I'll come down from this tip of the fabric by 0.5 inch. Then I'll draw a straight line. Now this straight line, I will eliminate any unequal parts I have at the tip of the fabric. Now that I'm done with this line, the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my waist to hip measurement. In order to do that, I'll minus 2 inches for my band. I'll be using 2 inches band. So I'll place the 2 inches on this line. Then I'll impute the waist to hip measurement, which is 9 inches, and waist to my crouch, which is 11 inches. Now that I have these two measurements, I'll go ahead and draw a straight line on each of these measurements to mark it. So this is my waistline, this is the hip line, and this is also the crouch line. Now to get your crouch measurement, you sit on a chair and place the measurement from your waist down to the seat where you are sitting. So the next thing I'll do now is to get my full trouser length. In order to do that, I'll place my tape 2 inches on that waistline and I'll bring my tape down to mark my full trouser length. The full trouser length is 40 inches and I'll also add 2 inches for hemming allowance. Once I'm done with that, I'll draw a straight line on the hemming allowance. After that is done, I'll go to the hip line and impute the hip circumference divided by 4. The hip circumference divided by 4 here is 9.5 and I'll also add 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I'll have 10.5 inches on the hip line. After that is done, I'll come to the crouch line and impute the same measurement I have on the hip line. I'll also come to the waistline and impute the same measurement. Then I'll connect from the waistline down to the crouch line. So this is the hip line, this is the crouch line, while this is the waistline. The next thing I'm going to do now is to add my crouch extension. I'm going to use 2 inches for my crouch extension. Please, if you're on the big side, you can use 3 inches here. So I'll go ahead now connect from the hip line down to my crouch. You can use your free hand to create this curve, but I'll be using the French curve to connect from this hip line at this point this way down to the 2 inches. Now that my crouch is ready, the next thing I'm going to do is to impute my waist measurement. I'll place my tape from this hip measurement now and I'll impute my waist circumference. My waist circumference divided by 4 will give me 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark the 8 inches this way. Then I'll add 1 inch for that and 1 inch for sewing allowance. After that is done, I'll connect from that 1 inch for sewing allowance down to my hip line this way. Once that is done, I'll come to my crouch line and connect from this crouch line down to my full trouser length. When I'm cutting at this side, I'll just go ahead and open it up. The front pattern of my trouser is ready, so I'll go ahead and cut it out. I am done cutting the front. The next thing I'm going to do now is to cut the back. In order to do that, I'll be using this front. I'll fold another fabric and this time around, this fabric will be way wider than this first one. For the fabric I used for the back, I divided my hip circumference by 4 and I added 7 inches extra. I'll go ahead and place the front pattern on the back this way, 2 inches below the fabric I'll use for the back. If possible, you pin it down to hold it in place. Before I continue, I'll come down 0.5 inch from the tip of the fabric and draw a straight line. After that is done, I'll now place the front piece 2 inches below that 0.5 inch. Now that I've properly placed the front piece on this fabric, I'll go ahead and pin it down. After that is done, I'll come to my waistline and come up by 2 inches. Then at this side of the waistline, I'll also come out 2 inches. Then I'll mark. I'll also mark the 2 inches all the way down to the hip line. Once I get to the hip line, I'll come to the crouch and also mark 2 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect from the waistline to that 2 inches this way. Then I'll connect from the waistline down to the hip line. After that, I'll extend the hip line to this 2 inches this way, and I'll also extend the crouch line to the 2 inches. After that is done, I'll use a French curve to extend from that hip line to the crouch line this way. The next thing I'll do, I'll come to the side of the trouser and extend it 2 inches all the way down to the hem. After that is done, I'll draw a straight line connecting these 2 inches all the way to the full trouser length. Once that is done, I'll come to the waistline and come up 2 inches. I will now extend from this back waistline now up to that 2 inches. The next thing I'll do now, I'll impute the waist circumference divided by 4, placing it from these 2 inches. So I'll place my tape on these 2 inches this way, then I'll bring it down this way. So my waist circumference divided by 4 is 8 inches. 8 inches plus 1 inches for that, then plus 1 inches for sewing allowance. That will give me 10 inches. So I'll mark the 10 inches. So I'll go ahead now and connect from that 2 inches down to the waist measurement this way. And that is all for the drafting of the back piece. I'll go ahead now and cut it out. Please, if you've enjoyed this tutorial so far, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And let me know your thoughts about this tutorial so far in the comment section. Once I get to this point, I'll lift this front piece up. Then I'll go ahead and cut the back. And after cutting, this is what the back piece and the front piece looks like. The next thing I'll do is to notch down where I'll be taking my dart. In order to do that, I'll place my tape from this point and come in by 4 inches. I'll mark that 4 inches, then I'll notch that point. After I notch for the front, I'll also do the same thing for the back. I'll place my tape from this side of the waist this way and come in by 4 inches, then I'll notch. After that is done, I'll stitch down this crouch area by 0.5 inch for both the front and the back. And after stitching, this is what I have. This is what it looks like. And I also went ahead to take out the 0.5 inch dart for both the front and the back. Now that my dart is ready for both the front and the back, the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the pocket. In order to do that, I'll keep the back aside. We'll come back to that later. For these 2 sides of the front that will be attaching my pocket, I added gum stay of 6 inches long and 4 inches wide. This is to give my fabric a little bit of weight at the pocket area. This is the fabric I'll use for the pocket. I cut for 2 sides since I'll be attaching the pocket on the 2 sides of the trouser. This pocket on fold is 6 inches wide. I cut it for the width is 6 inches on fold, while for the length is 10 inches. When I open it up and I measure it, it will be 12 inches wide. I'll come to this waistline now and come in by 2 inches from the side this way, and I'll mark. After that, I'll place my tape from this waistline and come down 6 inches, then I'll mark. At this 2 inches mark, I'll open it up a little bit and go to the 6 inches and also open it up a little bit. And I'll also do the same thing for the other side. I'll mark the 2 inches. I'll place my tape from the waistline and come down 6 inches. Then I'll notch in about 1/4 of an inch on 1/2 of an inch. The next thing I'll do, I'll fold from that 2 inches down to the 6 inches in a triangular form this way, and I'll go ahead and give it a nice press. I'm going to do the same thing on the 2 sides of the waistline. After ironing the waist area, the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the pocket. I'm going to place the trouser right side facing right side with the pocket. I'll place it properly to make sure that the side of the trouser is properly aligned with the side of the pocket this way. I'll go ahead and pin both the trouser and the pocket down, and I'll do the same thing for the other side also. Once I'm done with that, I'll stitch down from the 2 inches all the way to that 6 inches mark that I notched in, and I'll do the same thing for the other side also. After that is done, this is what I have. I'll go ahead and give it a nice press, then I'll fold it in. I'll fold it in and stitch down 0.5 inch away from the edge. Then I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side, and this is what it looks like. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial so far. If you are, please drop a heart for me in the comment section. Let me know you watched to this point. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'll fold this pocket into two this way, and I'll leave out 2 inches out of the pocket side. That is me replacing the 2 inches we folded in while creating the pocket. I'll place it on it properly and measure to make sure that it's up to that 2 inches. Once I confirm it up to the 2 inches, I'll turn my trouser around and close up the down part. After I close the pocket up, I'll bring it out this way and top stitch. After I top stitch the pocket, I'll go ahead and attach the pocket to the trouser by the sides this way. Once that is done, the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the front and the back trouser together. In order to do that, I'll place the back pattern on the front this way, right side facing right side. Then I'll stitch down by the 1 inch sewing allowance, and after joining, this is what I have. This is what the sides looks like. After I have joined the side, the next thing I'm going to do now is to stitch down the down part of the trouser. In order to do that, I'll turn it right side facing right side. Then I will stitch down by 0.5 inch. I will make sure this center of the crouch for the front and back are lines. If possible, you can pin it down. Then I'll stitch down from that point to the full trouser length. I'll also do the same thing for the other side. And after I've joined, this is what it looks like. The next thing I'm going to do now is to attach my zipper. In order to do that, I'm going to turn it the right side. I'll be attaching my zipper to this side. So I'm going to open up this stitch now down to the length where I want the zipper to be. Then I'll go ahead and fix the zipper. And after doing that, this is what I have. Once that is done, the next thing I'll do now is to attach my band. So I've cut my band at my round waist measurement. Then I added extra inches to make sure I have enough. Remember, while cutting, the width of the band I said I will use is 2 inches. If I open up my band, is 5 inches wide. I folded in 0.5 inch this way, and I also attach paper gum to the band to give it a little bit of weight. So I'll go ahead and close up the edge of the band, and I'll bring it out this way and make sure that everything is properly out. Then I'll open up my band and insert the trouser into the waistband this way with the zipper. Before attaching the zipper, I went ahead to top stitch the pocket to the trouser, as you can see. So now I'll place my band this way, place the band this way, and extend it 1 inch away from the zipper. Then I'll stitch down 0.5 inch all around. After that, this is what I have. You can see how neat it is even on the inside. So I'll go ahead now and place this band on it this way. Just insert my zipper into my band, place it this way, and top stitch it. Once I'm done with that, this is what I have. My trouser is ready. My waistband, zipper, pocket, everything is ready. So it's remaining the hem now. I'll place the two legs side by side this way and trim off about 0.5 inch to eliminate any unequal part at the hem. After that is done, I'll close up the hem. I'll fold it at first this way, then I fold it again, then I'll stitch it down, and I'll do the same thing for the other leg. And I am done with that, and this is what it looks like, and my trouser is ready. My palazzo trouser is ready, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching to this point. I am super grateful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.